It's Week 10 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you.
Into the league 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. Doesn't it just seem, especially these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark, find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls,
have a legitimate number one.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. Being led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses. But in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Let's take it in and James Cook was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Going up top. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their 3rd points of the game.
So anytime the team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know, what's funny about the NFL, Mike, is you expect to come out and have your A game each and every week. And certainly that's ideal, but can you win when you don't have your best stuff? And I think that's what we saw from this quarterback last week. The best thing he did was just continue to battle, continue to make just enough plays, even though he had some struggles. The biggest thing is, while he continues to improve, what a confidence boost for this entire team, knowing that even if their quarterback doesn't have his best stuff, they can still play winning football.
It'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll run here with the rookie. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
McBride is the motion man. Gonna be caught. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive. Now they'll set up to throw.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
In motion, it's Waddle. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
The Bills have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. He is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up a perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That is catch number 60 for the season.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff. Right? They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll take it on in. He earned Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's his fourth touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Makes the score Bills 7, Dolphins nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down past the 45.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's a gain of 4.
What can they do here on third down and 7? From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you get a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
He'll find his running back, Cook. They'll get it on 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Motion the slot man left. And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yards. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back to South Florida after this. Gotta get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man, that's Coleman. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He keeps it himself. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It's hard for a defense to play from.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now it's Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
Here's Allen to throw. Now he'll run out. That's caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. To throw again, down. This one caught the floor. To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there. The NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. We'll go down to some incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Now we set up now. Past the 40 with that one.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they're going to work this time inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a strong defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
And he's in.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bills offense and Josh Allen head back out to the field. And take a look at the early projections for the MVP award. Most people say his numbers now are good enough to at least be on the short list to take home the Hard Award. If you look at the stats, it's hard to disagree. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. And in motion, it's Diggs. Now Allen to throw on 2nd down.
There's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of balls. You can trust them to make good decisions. And every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion, it's Waddle. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take over just shy of midfield.
All right, Mike, so since these guys were young playing Pop Warner football, everyone's done the tip drill. area and reaction time to make a play on it. That's exactly what this defender did. He showed the reaction time he needed and the hands to bring in the interception.
The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's complete to Coleman.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Play action. It's Allen. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Pretty obvious this defense needed that play. The entire game from the jump, Mike, it just seems like the quarterback has been way too comfortable playing from the pocket. He's got himself 2 passing touchdowns here already. You got to continue to make him feel this pass rush.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. As caught aside by Waddle. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. 2 minutes remaining here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. 2nd and 7. He'll drop the throw. The throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Going right, it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver, and let's see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the air one more time. Now the intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads it from the jump, makes a great break on the ball. And if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
He runs with it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short. It's going to help quite a bit. That's a
It's his. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top as we head north to Orlando. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Tyreek now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense, Tyreek Hill heading back on the field. As we play here in the month of November, worth noting he's putting together a campaign to remember. The NFL's leader amongst wideouts in receiving touchdowns. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. That's complete. His big target, McBride. And that'll go for a gain of 7. He's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. 14 on the pickup. First down by
We've seen him turn into a fantasy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
set to go now on 1st and 10. Hill with the throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Dolphins first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
McBride is the motion man. Now they'll set up to throw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another day.
That's caught on the right side by Waddle.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone.
That's a heck of a run right there. I can't tell you how many running backs coaches I have heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back. And you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for in this point. All even at 14. They start this drive with first down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Allen gonna give it to Cook. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. As he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Will start on the ground. And the Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end. It's all that incompletion. They've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key first down?
And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
In motion, it's Waddle. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack and live for another day. You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
As you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
It's going to be unfortunate for this guy. I mean, that was a great effort to continue to fight and break all those tackles. But it doesn't matter if you don't protect the ball. Sometimes it's just easier to say, hey, great effort, go down, live to play another snap. In this case, he just kept the play alive a little too long. The defense kept pursuing him, and next thing you know, they pop it out, and it goes the other way.
The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll look middle and finds McBride his tight end. From the 32 now. and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
His matchup, he allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
If we pick up a 3, brings up 2nd and 7.
Hill brought in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
9-yard line.
Let's make some good calls, offense. Let him on this play.
He's got it at 3. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short. Put him down at the wall.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Hill brought in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in. The defense standing their ground, pushing him back, and it sets up 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Allen to throw. They'll set up the screen for Cook. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what the defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Man in motion, heading left. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That's to the left side. Taken in by Coleman. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up front down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So now, a big spot coming here. This to tie things up here in the fourth. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And a decent return there. Will get us up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Complete to number 34. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's him. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how they play out here. You've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Important one coming here. Tie game late. And this is 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Brought in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His 5th catch for the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock, but you know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is good. And the Dolphins will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. He's going to be powered up and taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here for the mission. After the 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession. This
From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete right side to Kincaid. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going over the middle. This one is complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Loves another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. They send him right out of the slot. Throwing again. It's Allen. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now a timeout Buffalo. The second. Talk things over before 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield. They desperately needed that one right down here late. They've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a guy-habit situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here we go. 1st and goal. From the gun, goes out. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So they're not moving yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Here is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Intercepted! And the Bills will take over possession here at the 44. Here's 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Allen will throw. The throw here is complete.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights
spot. This to win the game. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to number 17, Jalen Waddle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to Waddle again. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
They'll look to throw again. That's left side. That's the tight end, McBride. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is knocked down the field. It is a big completion.
Receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And he's into the end zone. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL.